Hello guys, welcome back to TechDose, and in this video we will see the first unique number problem which is from LeetCode day 28 of the 30 days coding challenge. So let us look at the problem statement. The problem here says that you have a queue of integers and you need to retrieve the first unique integer in the queue, and you need to implement these three APIs. Out of these, the first one is a constructor. So whenever an object for this class first unique is created, then you will be passed with an integer array which will be assigned to your constructor, since this is a parameterized constructor. Now once your array has been initialized, now after that only two of these functions can be called. The first function is show first unique, which will show the first unique element on moving from left to right in an array, and the second API is add, which will add new elements to the end of this array. So these are the APIs. Now let us see an example in order to get a better understanding. In this example, first the object will be created and hence the constructor will be invoked. And when we invoke the constructor, then we will also pass the parameter as an array. So here I have passed 3 elements, 2, 3, 5. So we have an array of size 3 here. Now immediately after making this object, this show first unique has been invoked. So this show first unique will show the first non-repeating element, that is the first unique element moving from left to right. So here you can see that 2 is the first non-repeating element, that is first unique element. So the answer for this will be 2. Now the second API called is add 5. So 5 will be added to this array and this array will get extended. Okay, now the array is having 4 elements. Now again show first unique function has been invoked. So in this case as well, we need to find the first unique element moving from left to right, and this is still 2. So 2 will be returned as answer. Now we need to add 2. So we will add 2 here, and this array is getting extended. Now again show first unique has been called. So in this case you can see that when you move from left to right, then the first unique element is no more 2, but it will be 3. So here 3 will be returned as answer. Now add 3 API has been called, so 3 will be added to this vector and this will get extended. Now again show first unique is called. So in this case you can see that your vector is not having any of the unique elements. So when you don't have any unique element, then you will simply return -1. So this is the entire problem statement. It is quite simple and I hope you were able to understand it. So let us now see the requirements for solving this problem. So the first requirement is we need to identify the duplicate elements in array in minimum possible time. And how can it be done? Let us say we have an array. Then we can just maintain the count of each and every element. Like here I have already written the count of each and every element. Let's say you are starting with this first element. Then by seeing this element and seeing this data structure, you should be able to find out what is the count for this current element. If the count is greater than 1, then this is a repeating element. That is, this element is not unique, and so you will move on to the next element. Is this element repeating? You can see that it has a count value 1. So this is a unique element. So the first such element can be returned. So this method's efficiency depends on the choice of your data structure. You cannot simply take an array and maintain the count, since in an array you will have to search from starting to ending each and every time for each and every unique element. So what will we do is we can take a set or a map, because in these data structures searching for an element is just log n time. So this is quite efficient for searching time. So I hope you got the first requirement. Now let us see the second requirement. The second requirement is to identify the first unique element in minimum possible time. So if you have an array of elements, then new elements can be added to the end and the head can be kept pointing to the first unique element. So whenever an element repeats, then you can simply remove it from the head and then your head can get updated. So in this way, whenever your show first unique is called, then you can simply return this head element in just O1 time. So your show first unique can be optimized to just O1. So maintaining a list of unique elements can be done by using these 4 data structures. There can be others as well, but these are the typical ones: linked list, queue, dequeue, list. Okay, so I hope you got both the requirements. Since we need both these requirements to be fulfilled, So we will have to select at least 2 data structures to solve this problem. So the first requirement was to maintain the count of each and every element and to access each and every element's count in minimum possible time. For that reason, we can select either set or map. The second requirement was to maintain a list of unique elements. So for that reason, we can use linked list, DQ, Q. So any of the combinations can work. So I will take map plus Q. So this map and Q I have taken and solved it. So let us see the solution and understand how this problem can be solved. So this is the constructor which is invoked, that is the first unique class constructor with 6 elements array as parameter is passed. So I will take a queue and all these elements will be entered in a queue, and I have already inserted all these elements in my map, where the key is this value, that is the array element, and the count is the count of frequency of the elements in this entire array. So now the first function which is invoked is show first. So we need to show first unique element. So how can we find this? In this queue you can see that the first element is 6. Now what will we do is we will keep iterating for all the elements. We will keep popping all the elements from front unless we see an element which is present in map and has a count value 1. So here you can see that 6 is having count value 3. So we will simply remove this 6 and move our front to this 2. Now 2 is having count value 1. So this is a unique element, and since we are required to find unique element moving from left to right, so this is the first unique element which is found. So our answer here will be 2. Now the next thing is add 5. So we need to add 5. So in the map 5 is already present. We will increment its count to 2 and 5 will be added to rear. Now our rear will get updated. Okay, since I already told you that new element should be added to the end. Now the next function is show first unique. So now you will check this 2. So count of 2 is 1. So this is still the first unique element. So your answer will be 2 here. Now you want to add 2. So go to this map value 2, increase its count, it will be 2 now, and 2 will get added to the rear. So your rear will get updated. This is your new rear. Okay. So the next function which is called is show first unique. Now your front is at 2. The count of 2 is 2. So 2 is no more unique. So you will move your front to this 6. Now 6 has a count value of 3. So you will again update your front. It will move to 3. Now 3 has a count value of 1. Therefore, this is the first unique element which you have found moving from left to right. So your answer here will be 3. Now the next function invoked is add 3. So 3 needs to be added. So in the map you need to increase the frequency of 3 by 1. So this will become 2. And now 3 will be added to rear. So rear will get updated. It will now point to 3. Now the next function invoked is show first unique. So your front is pointing to this 3. Now 3 is having a count 2. So you will move to next element 5. 5 is having a count 2. Move to next element 6. 6 is having count 3. Move to next element 5. 5 is having count 2. Move to next element 2. 2 is having count 2. Move to next element 3. And now 3 is having count 2. So all the elements have now been traversed. So you did not find any unique element. In this case, you will simply return -1. Okay. So this is the entire process of solving by using map and a queue. So you might be thinking that when we are moving from left to right in this queue, then we are not decreasing the count value. Well, actually, we are not actually deleting these elements. We are just removing these elements, because once you have added an element and its frequency has increased beyond 1, that is, the frequency has become greater than equals to 2, then frequency can never be decreased because there is no delete function. So whenever in this queue you find some element which has been repeated, then you will simply discard that element and move to the next element. So your array is actually getting extended, but your array is never shrinked. That is, you are not removing any elements at any point of time. So for that reason, we will never decrease the count value. So what is the time complexity of this solution? Now when you create an object, then you will call this constructor first unique, where you will pass, let's say, n elements. Then for inserting n elements, you will require O(n) time. Now suppose you call show first, then that can be done in order of maximum q comma n. Since there can be some duplicate elements and we can be required to like skip over some elements. Now add function can be done in just O1 time. But actually this will take order of log n, since in a map you need to increase the frequency of the element which is getting added, and in order to search in a map it will take log n, but assuming it is taking O1 to find in map, your total time complexity will be O1 for add. So I hope you understood this time complexity explanation. Let us now look at the code. So this is the code which I have written. I have taken my map and my queue, and this is the constructor. So when the constructor is invoked, then we are passed an array of elements. So we will iterate over each and every element and we will insert it in the queue, and also we will increase the corresponding count value, that is the corresponding frequency of each and every element. So we are basically inserting the elements in map and queue. Now these are your two APIs. The first API is show first unique. So whenever show first unique is called, then we will see the head of the queue, that is the front of the queue, and then if that element is repeated, then we will move on to the next element and again to the next element until we find an element which is not getting repeated, else the queue has ended. So we will keep popping as long as we don't find a unique element. After popping, if the queue is empty, then we will simply return -1 saying that there is no unique element. If the queue is not empty, then we will just return the front value of the queue saying this is the first unique element moving from left to right. Now the second API is add, where you are passed a value. Now you were already having an array and now you got a value, so your array will get extended to the right hand side by adding this new value. So this array is extended now. Now how can you extend this array? You will have to also update the frequency in map, because this is an element. It may be a new element or it may be a repeated element, so you will have to maintain its count as well. So I will increase the frequency in my map, and after increasing frequency, if frequency comes out to be 1, that means if this is a unique element, then only I will insert it in queue, so that the actual time complexity is always less than On. So I hope you were able to understand this solution. If you have any other approach or solution in different languages, then please post in the comment section so that everyone can benefit from it. Like and share our video and subscribe to our channel in order to watch more of these programming videos. See you in our next video. Thank you.